Again, welcome to the 2024 GLOBE Program Virtual Student Conference of Europe and Eurasia. I would like to welcome all of you, students, teachers, scientists, educators, experts, and all the GLOBE friends that are here today. I can see we are more than 40 people now, and there are often more people connected with one computer. So we are a big and really international group from many countries. So I think it's wonderful. We have speakers from 7 countries today. And I would especially like to welcome the students that join us today with the presentation and videos and will be the speakers of today, and also their teachers who support them in their research and in joining this virtual event. We have really packed schedule today with many presentations and videos, so I would like to ask all the speakers to keep within the time limit. So we have 5 minutes for each presentation, for each speaker with a presentation. And for those who submitted videos, we always have like 1-2 minutes for their comments and some additional notes on the videos. Also, after each presentation and each video, we will have time for our experts to give some comments. And I'm very happy to welcome our 3 scientists and experts. We have Dorian Janey from NASA, United States. Hello, Dorian. Then we have Martin Rulik. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
We have Martin Rulik from Faculty of Science, Palacký University, Czech Republic. Hello, Martin. And we have also Vladimir Rybicic, pardon, from Meteorological Institute, Croatia. I hope we have Vladimir. I don't see him yet, but he will join for sure. And Vladimir is also a GLOBE alumni. So after each presentation, we will have a comment from one of our precious guests. And so thank you all for joining again. And before we come to the presentation, I would like to introduce another 2 precious guests. And these are Rosy Ahas and Jordan Stoyanovsky, who are GLOBE students who join us today to share with us how their experience with GLOBE, how GLOBE changed their life, and what impact GLOBE had on them. So they will both share their experience. And first of all, I would like to invite Rosy. Rosy is a GLOBE alumni, and yes, please, Rosy, floor is yours.
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here, and thank you for inviting me. My name is Roosi, and I'm from Estonia originally, and I have been a GLOBE student for 8 years, and GLOBE has impacted my life in many ways, and I'm gonna talk about how I've gotten to where I am right now and how GLOBE has like changed my life in different ways. And first of all, I joined GLOBE when I was 10 years old, so that was 8 years ago, and I started going to summer camps in Estonia, and I went through them through my school, and I really enjoyed it. And science, like in school classes, science was never like my favorite thing to do, but in GLOBE camps, I remember like being super excited and super happy to do science. So that really like changed my whole view on what I wanted to do in the future. So I started getting more into science, and then when I was 13 years old, I had an opportunity to create my own like research, which I did in bogs in Estonia, and then through that research, I got to attend the GLOBE Learning Expedition in Ireland. So that was 2018, and that was like one of my first international experiences, and it was really fun, and I met a lot of people from different places, and that presentation and the whole like science community felt like home to me. And then I realized that I really wanted to do science when I grow up, and now it's been many years after that, and I am still, I'm in a meeting.
No, it's just we kind of have to put the things up and down. It's releases.
1 second, like 2 minutes. Okay, I'm sorry about that. So anyways, now today I live in Norway because I have I received a scholarship to study in a special program in an IB school, and I go to UWC Red Cross Nordic, and I've still continued doing science, and I think Globe has had like a really big impact on how I view science and how like it's become my passion to do like biology and geography, and yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have questions, feel free to ask.
Thank you, Roosi, so much for sharing your story with Globe. It's a wonderful experience, I think, and it's so nice to hear how Globe had impact on you, on your career, on your studies, and I wish you all the best for your studies and for your research.
Thank you so much.
And I see some comments in the chat, so please feel free to comment, ask questions to Roosi in the chat. She will for sure answer.
Thank you, Loshka.
Thank you. And then I would like to give floor to our second speaker, and I would like to invite Jordan from Goce Delcev Secondary School from North Macedonia.
Hello everyone.
Hello.
I'm just going to share my screen at first, so that you can see the presentation. Hello everyone. My name is Jordan, like I said, and I'm Macedonian, and I'm here to talk about my experiences with the GLOW program. Well, first and foremost, the GLOW program has these 4 years has been a wonderfully positive experience, not only because of the knowledge that I've gained, but also, you know, the people that I've met. GLOBE has increased my understanding of the environment and environmental issues, and more importantly, how to tackle them, how to battle them by going out and being active in the field every single week, every single Wednesday. First, we're in the field gathering samples, then in the lab, we're analyzing them. And it's all a positive experience. Specifically, the GLOBE educators here at our school have made it possible for us to combat that using science. So it's fair to say that GLOBE has also improved my scientific skills, especially my understanding of experimental physics and, of course, chemistry. And you can see here that we've sent over 20,000, this is from last year, by now we've sent over 20,000 data entries and have received over 25 honor rolls for our school. And by being a part of GLOBE, we've been a part of numerous amounts of seminars, events, webinars, and not just that, like the event last year we were part of in our capital, Skopje, where you can see that we've made these posters to showcase all of our hard work, and I've met, of course, like-minded peers and inspiring educators there. Sadly, for me, I've only been a part of national projects and online projects when it comes to GLOBE, but I hope that sometimes in the near future, I can connect maybe with GLOBE members abroad. And here you can see our teacher, our professor, our chemistry professor, accepting our award for being the best and most active school in the area of hydrology in our entire country. And despite the fact that we will be leaving our school in a few months, that doesn't mean that, you know, we've stopped caring. Just later this month, we'll be a part of another project, a globe-related event in our country's capital, where we'll introduce people from our country and abroad to the GLOBE project. Finally, I would like to end my presentation by showcasing photos of visits from local kindergartens and elementary schools, where we showed them the GLOW program, what it stands for, in hopes that they will sometimes in the future come and replace us and continue to fight while we're away. Thank you so much for your attention, and I'm open to some questions now.
Thank you, Jordan. Thank you so much for sharing also your story. It's a lot of work done, and I really appreciate and admire how you share your experience and knowledge with students in your country and with us here. And you also shared your project in the past in the virtual student conference.
Yes, of course. And if it's all, thank you so much again. And I would like to wish luck to my classmates, Ivana and Sanya, who will present themselves with a song later on. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And again, please feel free to comment and ask questions to Jordan in the chat. So these were our speakers who opened the conference, who started our virtual meeting. And I hope it was inspiring for you as it was for me. And I hope you enjoyed it. And now it's time to start with our speakers, with our presentation. And I would like to invite a team from Naumovski-Borche Secondary School from North Macedonia.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
Yes, we can share our screen now so we can see the presentation.
Yes, please go ahead. The floor is yours.
Is everything all right here?
Yeah, we see the presentation, not in the presentation mode, yeah?
Okay. So we can start. Hi everyone, I'm Eva, and here today with me is my team. This is Branislav, Filip, and David, and we are coming from Naumovski-Borche, Probishtip, Macedonia. And we're here to present you a little more about air pollution and to try to raise awareness about this topic. The first presenting will be David, so here you go.
So for the sake of understanding the proportion of the problem, we have to understand what the environment really means to us. And in this slide, we put an accent on the fact that the air pollution really affects us both physically and mentally. And we would like to share with you our motto, which you can see on our presentation, think globally, act locally, which we think is the most important way of stating the process of improving the quality of air in our country. The next thing we would like to focus is how particular things affect the amount of polluted air. For example, the higher the temperature is, the higher the pollution will be. Some other things with impact on the polluted air are cloudiness, precipitation, air temperature, and humidity.
So the next thing we would like to focus more on is the fact that if we want to improve the quality of air, we need to understand how the environment and the things around us affect this topic. The best way to do this is taking a look in the globe measurements and to try to analyze what we're looking at. First, I'd like to mention that we use data from our globe measurements from 3 months, more precisely September, October, and November in 2022 and 2023, and then we graphically compare them. The first thing we have is air temperature, and as it's written here, high temperature worsens the air quality problems. They also encourage chemical reactions and increases smoke. So when we look at the graphic, we can say that, for example, in September 2022, the average temperature was 20 degrees Celsius, and in 2023, the average temperature was 24 degrees Celsius. With this, we can conclude that the temperature is higher for around 20% in just a year, which is also bad for the pollution. The next thing we analyzed was cloudiness, and here we can see that, for example, we had 4% overcast last year, and this year the percentage was 48%. And for the graphic in general, we can conclude that the most difference we see is in the higher percentage of overcast and the lower percentage in the non-sky cover as the years pass by.
Now I'm going to tell you more about the rain or precipitation that we had in these 3 months for the last 2 years. So if we take a look, we can see that in September, the average rain per day is significantly lower in 2023 than in 2022. The same is happening in November, and we have a slight difference in October. Also, as we know, precipitation can effectively improve air quality because rainwater can take away about 2.5 PM and other pollutants in the air. And what is happening in our town is clearly also bad for the pollution. The next thing we analyzed is relative humidity and how much we had it. In 2022, we had 65.5%, and in 2023, that was 63.5%. So we can conclude that the relative humidity is also shown to be less present. So all in all, we can say that these changes really have an impact, and we can see the consequences daily.
Now that we can see there is an issue with the topic, we want to say a couple of things we can do slightly to improve our situation. We can walk, take a ride, bike, when we can instead of using cars. Turn off electronics when not in use. Buy our food locally. Plant more trees, use gas blocks instead of food, and many more.
So for the end, we would like to add that nature is providing so much for us, so we should try our best to protect her and pay her back as much as we can. Thank you so much for the attention. That will be all from us.
Thank you very much for your presentation. It was wonderful. And I must say, I really love that you included your motto, be the change that you want to see in the world. I think it's a wonderful thing to have such a motto for your work. And I would like to invite Dorian, Janie, to say some comments.
Thank you very much. My first comments are going to be on your presentation. I really enjoyed the fact that you included many voices in communicating your findings. That's very, very effective, and really enjoyed that. Also, your presentation was very well done. The slides were not too busy. Your graphics and the data that you collected was clearly shown. So really, really nice work. I think that the fact that you understand how important nature is to us, how important, our environment is, and you also understand that it's a lot of systems, and that's why you needed to collect and compare data over time, which I thought was really, really well done. I like how you also added to it, what can you do? What can you do personally and then what can all of us do to bring about positive change? So really, really well done. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Dorian, for this nice comments. And to everybody, if you would like to add your comments, and I can already see some in the chat, add some more comments to the chat, add the questions. And to students from Naumovski School, please look to the chat to see these and answer the questions if there are any. And with this said, we will continue our virtual journey, and we will travel to Ireland now. And I can see that the team from Rockford Manor Secondary School is prepared. So Andrea and Carla, the floor is yours.
We're just gonna share our screen with you.
Yeah. Just one moment.
Yeah. Can you see that?
It's loading. Yes, I can see it.
Oh, great.
Okay.
He's going to mode. You just need to save that in.
It's not in the presentation mode yet.
Yes, we are slowly getting there. There we go.
Perfect.
All right. So,
Hello, I'm Carla.
and my name is Andrea.
And today we'd like to tell you about our air quality monitoring citizen science project that our school, Rockford Manor, has been partaking in for the past 3 academic years.
Hello, slides, if you would please work. Oh,
There we go.
Yeah.
So throughout this project, we have measured the concentration of pollutant nitrogen gas, NO2, in the air around our school grounds. Usually, NO2 is a red-brown gas that is emitted into the air by traffic. High levels of this gas can cause respiratory health issues and damage to our atmosphere.
Our school, Rockford Manor, is a secondary school located in Blackrock, South County, Dublin. Our school is a green school and is located in an urban area next to a busy road and roundabout with many cars and bus routes. We have a car park at the front of our school and a green space behind.
So the aim of this project is to hopefully answer these 4 or 5 research questions. Number 1, how much NO2 is there in different parts of our outdoor school environment? Is our school air quality within the WHO recommended levels, which is less than 10 micrograms per meter squared of healthy NO2 exposure? Do weather conditions such as wind speed and direction affect our air quality? How do our current results compare to our previous results? And can we improve air quality for our students and staff around the school?
A method. Firstly, we would like to thank Globe Ireland for supplying us with the equipment to carry out this research. Over the past 3 years, our TY students have worked on this project, and we have collected many of their data and used it in our research ourselves. We installed NO2 diffusion tubes at various locations around our school grounds for 4 weeks. These locations are shown on the map on the screen. Some of the sites are along the main road, and some are in the elevated basketball courts, and some are behind the school in our green space and in our outdoor classroom, sheltered from traffic. Our TY students carried out a traffic survey, and we recorded daily weather conditions. Our results show that what might be expected, the sites along the road had the highest concentration of NO2, and the sites sheltered from the traffic had the lowest levels. The average concentration of NO2 over the 3 years at our school was 20.9 micrograms per meter cubed. And in the green space behind our school, the average was 14.7. We've compared results from the 4 different campaigns, and we have noticed that last autumn showed the highest levels of NO2. We think this could be due to the fact there's now more traffic on the roads now compared to previous years. And in the previous years, there was less traffic due to COVID restrictions and more people working from home. In the future, we would like to investigate this further.
So just touching on the traffic surveys that were mentioned, our two students carried them out outside of our school where there are 4 main roads leading onto a busy roundabout near school gates. So these surveys were done during school time and showed that there was a slight increase in traffic last autumn, which might explain the higher NO2 levels. We would like to survey rush hour traffic, which might give us a better indication of traffic levels.
The weather data that was touched on previously. Over the 4 weeks that we had our tubes up, we recorded the daily weather conditions. These wind rose graphs show the speed, winds, and directions of our autumn monitoring campaigns over the past 3 years. The prevailing winds in 2021 were from the south and southwest, and in 2022, the prevailing winds were from the southwest and southeast. And this data can be used to show the spread of pollution based on wind directions, and we believe that the busy road to the south of our school is the main driving cause of NO2 levels coming from the south.
In conclusion, our data indicated the air quality around Rockford Manor is in the low, medium, and medium categories. These values do exceed the limits set by the WHO. This means that the NO2 levels may be too high and action is required. If they keep increasing in the area due to exhaust fumes and human activity around the school, it could have serious long-term effects on our respiratory health. We have discussed these results with our teachers and principal and had the school decided to build a pathway around the school and install picnic benches outside in the green space to entice students to hang out there, as the air quality is better than in the front of our school. Our Green School Committee also implemented our Walk on Wednesdays campaign and the And She Cycles campaign to encourage us to reduce traffic in the area. In the next few years, we would like to plant more trees around our school and put pressure on the government to reduce traffic and emissions.
Our promotion. As part of this project, we have raised awareness of air quality issues and ways to decrease the levels of NO2 in the area. We did this by creating scientific posters and displays and posting on our school social media platforms.
We would like to say a big thank you and acknowledge anybody who has helped us gather the data and realize this project, and especially to Glow Ireland, Antarctica, and the EPA. We have enjoyed learning about this our air quality around our school and enjoyed being citizen scientists. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrea and Carla, for your engaging presentation. It's really detailed research, and it's clear that there was a lot of energy and time invested into it, and great work. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
And I would like to invite Vladimir Rybicic to give comments.
Hello, thank you for a wonderful presentation. I am just wondering, can you describe a little bit how did you do this survey of traffic so that we...
Yes, of course. So what we did was we set, I think it was 2 or 3 students at each road. So there are, as mentioned, 4 main roads that do lead into the roundabout. The students were there, and in the time span of 25 minutes, thank you, 25 minutes, they took tallies of how many different vehicles passed. We had 3 different sections, I think. One was for cars, one was for large vehicles such as trucks and buses, and the third one was for bicycles. Sorry about the noise. That is, yeah. So yeah.
So you were also doing counting of the bicycles in these numbers of traffic?
Yes, we were. And again, we did notice that those numbers were significantly lower than the numbers of vehicles that passed by, which is, again, one of the reasons that we did implement the And She Cycles campaign, which hopefully will encourage more of our students to cycle to school instead of taking public transport or getting a lift.
Great, thank you. And how did the community react? Do they want to continue your research and maybe do something in regard of this pollution? Do they have a plan to help you with fighting this problem in the future?
So our community was pretty receptive to the research and the ideas we put forward. There was also an idea of anti-idling, which is the idea of turning off your car if you're sitting there for less than a minute. So you're to reduce the levels of NO2 when you're coming from your exhaust pipe in your car. But overall, the community at the school and around the area was very receptive to the ideas we've put in place.
Great. Thank you for answering my questions and keep your good work in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you, Vladimir, for your comments, for your questions, and thank you to Rockford Manor Secondary School and to the speakers for giving us more insight into the research and for this wonderful work that you are doing. Wish you all the best for the future work continuation. And so now we will see the first video of today. And the video was created by students from Murska Sobota Secondary School from Slovenia. We will first see the video and then I will invite students Aljaž, apologies, and Jerne to tell us a bit more about the video.
Hello, I'm Aljaž. I'm Jerne, and we are in GLOBE project. The GLOBE project is a worldwide project that cooperates with a lot of institutes like schools and also with NASA and other companies. And now we are gonna measure the temperature. Oh, it's too hot, 10 degrees Celsius. It's too hot here. My parents used to ski here.
And here are more environmental tips for better future.
Plant more trees. Trees are producing oxygen.
And second tip, reuse, recycle and repeat. And don't forget to reduce plastic bags because they are really bad for the environment.
And look at above the sky. There's an airplane.
And don't forget,
we don't have planet B.
So be smart and follow the GLOBE project.
For us,
for the animals,
and for the
future.
So that was the video from Murska Sobota Secondary School, and I must say I love the energy and yeah, the way how it was done. So I think we have Aljaž and Jerne here. So please, could you tell us a few words about the video? Why did you do it? And yeah.
Okay, hello, greetings from Slovenia. I and Aljaž are here today to talk about something that affects everyone of us, global warming. We recently worked in GLOBE project that opened our eyes to the harsh reality of climate change. I saw firsthand how it's affecting communities around the world, including my own. Growing up, my parents used to ski, but now because of climate change, I can't experience that joy.
But we are not just here to dwell on the negatives, we're here to share a message of hope. As we present in our video about a project called GLOBE that's leading the charge against climate change, we stand hope that our video is a reminder for all of us that we all have a role to play against to protect our planet. So like we said in our video, let's be smart about this and let's follow the lead of project called GLOBE. Let's work together to make a difference, because if we don't act now, like, who will? Thank you very much.
Thank you. What a nice thought and what a nice words. And I invite Dorian to give a comment.
Yes, thank you so much. And I did write down that I thought it was just a very, very nice, energetic video. I like that you're also talking about the importance of hope. When we just throw so much bad information, or so much, not bad information, but when we throw so much information at people that has dire negative consequences, it can be easy to feel like giving up. And I really like how you showed, here's where our parents used to ski. Here's, just one of the ways in which our life has been changed. And let's work together on this, because truly that's what we're finding with this, is that no one country can solve it by ourselves. That this has to be things that we do, old and young and in between, all around the world. So very, very nice presentation. Thank you for leaving us with hope. I played this yesterday. I was looking at it and I had my grandchildren with me and they were looking, and my little granddaughter was bouncing along. So also just really, really fun that you made it. You had your cat at the end and you included a lot of ways that we can relate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dorian, for your comment. And I look forward to see some more videos in the future. I hope for that. So if you do some more, please let us know again and share it with the GLOBE community.
We will try. Thank you.
Thank you. And there's a lot of very nice comments in the chat, so you can everybody can add more, and Yane and Aliash, you can look to the chat. And for now, we will change a bit, and we will play a game that we have prepared for you. And for the game, I will give a word to my colleague Dana.
Yeah, thank you, Lenka. So hello, everyone. Now we have such a space for a short game that we'd like to invite you to play with us. You see that we are from many countries today online, and we'd like to invite you to have a look at least at several of these countries. And so we will be able to visit for a minute such a countries from which students today give presentations to us. So we will, how we will do it. So we see the 4 pictures from one country, and on the right part of the screen, you see the list of countries that you can choose from, and you can guess which country it is. And please put your guesses to the chat window. You can start now. Your guesses to put to the chat window, so you can see beautiful countryside, also some town with rivers. So what do you think? So we have first guesses. It's Slovenia. No, another guess. Slovenia. It seems that it's Slovenia. So let's have a look. It's Slovenia. You can see it in a yellow color. And here on the map, we can see the location in our region of Europe. So we have next country. So again, please put your guesses to the chat window. Macedonia. It seems North Macedonia that you visited these countries. Yes, it's North Macedonia. And again, where is it? Located on the map, you can see it in the south of Europe. So let's go to the third country. So what do you think is this beautiful landscape? And we have first guesses, Ireland. No, another guesses, Ireland. So let's see. Is it Ireland? Yes, it is Ireland. Beautiful place to visit. And where is it? Here it's really on the west part of our region. And the last one. So what do you think is these pictures from which country? So Estonia, one guess. Georgia. Again, Estonia, Georgia. So any other guesses? Again, Estonia. So let's have a look. Yes, it's Estonia. So beautiful country in the north part of Europe. You can see it on the map. And that's it for this part. So we had chance to visit 4 beautiful countries, really very lovely countryside and towns. So thank you for your guesses. And we will visit 3 more countries later at our session.
Thank you, Dana, for the game. And I hope you all enjoyed the game. And for myself, I can see that this meeting is full of experts, not only on researching the local environment, but also on recognizing different landscapes and different countries. So, so well done. And now, after the game, we will continue our virtual journey through different schools and different countries. And now we will travel to Gymnasium Petra Preradovića to Croatia. And I would like to invite Ariana. Yeah, hello, Ariana.
Hello. Can you see the presentation?
Yes, yeah, it's not in the presentation mode yet.
Now, okay. Can you see the presentation now?
No, not yet. I can see the slides, but not like a full screen.
Just a second.
No worries, we have time.
Go something faster. Like this?
Yes, perfect.
Okay. Hello everyone, my name is Ariana Babic and I will be presenting our project by the name Comparison of the Amount of Absorbed Carbon Dioxide in Old and Young Lime Trees. This project was motivated by our town's park being renovated, where old trees were cut down and new ones were planted. We wanted to see how old and young trees differ in the amount of absorbed carbon dioxide. Most of the young trees that were planted were limes. Limes are a deciduous tree with a wide and regular crown. They have heart-shaped flowers and yellow and bisexual, heart-shaped leaves and yellow and bisexual flowers. Limes, like all other plants, conduct photosynthesis where they absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere to produce glucose and oxygen. The greater the green biomass of the lime, the greater the intensity of photosynthesis will be. This is an example of a food chain that contains a lime as a producer, a firebug as a primary consumer, and a sparrow as a secondary consumer. Global warming is caused by greenhouse gases, one of which is carbon dioxide, and limes help absorb the carbon dioxide from our atmosphere. Our research questions for this project were: is there a measurable increase in the amount of old and is there a measurable increase in the biomass of old and young lime trees during 6 months? Which trees, young or old, absorb more carbon dioxide over 6 months? Is there, and how large is the difference in the percentage increase of absorbed carbon dioxide in old and young lime trees during 6 months? Our hypotheses were: both old and young lime trees will have a measurable increase in biomass after 6 months. Old lime trees will absorb a larger amount of carbon dioxide during 6 months, and young lime trees will have a higher percentage increase in absorbed carbon dioxide during 6 months. Our research methods for this project were to select lime trees, to measure their height and diameter, to make further calculations, and display our data graphically. Here is a satellite image that shows our town's park, and on the left you see the 10 of young lime trees that we measured, and on the right 10 old trees. These are the formulas that we use to calculate tree height, diameter, green biomass, dry tree weight, amount of stored carbon, and the amount of absorbed carbon dioxide. These are the images of me and my friends measuring the elevation angle and the circumference of our trees. This table shows the values of height, circumference, diameter, biomass, dry tree mass, amount of absorbed carbon, and the amount of absorbed carbon dioxide measured in December of 2021 for young trees. The same data for June of 2022 for young trees, December of 2021 old trees, and June of 2022 for old trees again. This graph shows the average growth of biomass in the span of 6 months. Here we have the average growth of absorbed carbon dioxide in the span of 6 months, and we see that old lime trees have a higher average growth of both biomass and absorbed carbon dioxide. We also wanted to calculate the percentage increase, where we took the amount of absorbed carbon dioxide in the beginning and subtracted that number from the value in the end. We then divided that number with the value in the beginning to see how much the amount of absorbed carbon dioxide changed in relation to the first value. This graph shows the percentage increase in amount of carbon dioxide, and we see that young lime trees have a higher percentage increase, which shows that young trees grow at a faster rate than old trees do. We also wanted to calculate how many young lime trees have the same biomass as an old tree and came to the conclusion that we need 33 young lime trees to replace one old tree in terms of biomass. We also wanted to see how many young lime trees absorb the same amount of carbon dioxide as one old tree and came to the conclusion that we only need 7.5 young lime trees to replace an old tree. Our conclusions were, over the course of 6 months, there was a measurable increase in biomass in old and young lime trees. Old trees which have a higher biomass store a larger amount of carbon dioxide over 6 months than young trees which have a lower biomass. The percentage increase in stored carbon dioxide over 6 months is higher in young lime trees compared to old lime trees. We had 2 additional conclusions, which were, the same total biomass of old and young lime trees does not absorb the same amount of carbon dioxide during 6 months. A specific biomass of young trees will absorb 4.5 times more carbon dioxide than that same biomass of old trees. Revitalization of the park includes rejuvenation of the plant population. Although revitalization reduces the total biomass, the amount of absorbed carbon dioxide decreases to a much lesser extent. We presented this project to our regional county and received funding for our school to plant many more young trees around our school's property. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Ariana, very much for sharing your research, and well done to you and also to your team that cooperated with you on the research. I must say I really like the visualization, the number of trees. It makes it so nicely visible if you put their pictures. It's a good thing.
Thank you.
And once again, I would like to ask Dorian to give some comments or ask questions about this research.
That was very, very interesting research, and something that I came away with understanding is that it's not an easy call trying to figure out whether to get rid of old trees and just plant new trees, and it sounds like having the combination is very important. But I was also very impressed with how much carbon is sequestered from the newer trees. And I imagine that also takes a little while. What gave you the idea to do this study?
Well, our town's park was renovated, and we had many old trees which were rotting, and after every thunderstorm we had branches falling all over the place. And after the trees were cut down, the town was enraged at how many trees were cut down, so we wanted to conduct this research to prove that young trees are not such a bad idea, and cutting down trees really is necessary for our safety, and it is significantly more useful to cut down old and unhealthy trees and plant new ones than to keep all of the old trees.
Really, really neat idea, and I loved your graphic giving us the map so that we could envision ourselves, where you were talking about, and the fact that you had those old trees and then the new trees to compare and contrast. Very, very nice research. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. It's important.
Thank you so much.
Well, and I add my thanks to Dorian and to Ariana and her team. Congratulations to the great work done. And now we will move to Ukraine, and I would like to invite Dasha, student from Kovalivsky Lyceum.
Thank you so much. First, I'll share my screen.
Thank you, Dasha.
Okay. Can you see the screen?
It's loading. Yes, I can see it.
Okay, I will put it to the presentation mode right now. Just a little second, please. My internet connection is not that great. Okay.
We can see it well. Thank you.
Perfect. So first, I'll introduce myself. My name is Dasha Radkevich. I am from Ukraine, from Kovalivsky Lyceum. And the topic of my project is globe phenological observations and global warming. So first, I'll tell you a little bit about the project. The subject and object of study is leaf chlorosis and apposition of sour cherry. And the practical significance of the obtained results is that I have, through observing leaves, I have confirmed the onset of rapid global warming, and I highlight the necessity to inform the population about this phenomenon. So first, I'd like to explain how to connect the global warming to essentially green yellowing. So the green color of spring and summer leaves is caused by chlorophyll. And as daylight hours decrease, trees reduce and eventually cease chlorophyll production, which will lead to the appear of other colors like yellow, which is caused by carotenoid pigments, or red or purple colors, which is caused by anthocyanin pigments. And the time and intensity of leaf coloration depends on the species of tree, but the most upon the temperature and humidity. So we understand that essentially the yellowing of a leaf is clearly dependent on the climate. So the first step, which I did in my project, is that I have collected information, entered them onto the GLOBE website, and analyzed the results. So essentially, GLOBE is a platform for research, and Kovalivsky Lyceum has been working in this program since 2015. We weren't doing it super regularly because we didn't have opportunity to do so with air alerts and low speed of internet, irregular electricity supply, but we are still working. So on the screen, you can see the diagram, which I found on the GLOBE website based on the data I've entered specifically upon my tree, upon my star cherry. And from the diagram, you can see that my leaves has fallen on 17th November of 2023. Why is that important? Essentially, I focus your attention on that because the last year, the same tree lost its leaves on October 19, not November 17, while similar phenological terms appear in other parts of Europe, which means that the reason is most likely in the temperature and perhaps in the supply of moisture. To prove that theory, I'd have to analyze temperature indicators. And on the screen, again, you can see the map of daily temperatures for the 1st October of 2023, which I found on the GLOBE website. Here you can see Ukraine, and we can see that the temperature is relatively high as for October. And it is specifically hot for the 22nd October of 2023, which is a little unusual to Ukraine. So for that reason, I decided to compare the average monthly temperatures in the cities of our latitude. I won't stop too much here. I'm just going to show you the cities included, and I'm just going to show you the diagram already, which is much more understandable. From that, you can see that from April to October, the hottest cities were actually Vinica and Poltava. So I decided to compare the average annual temperatures for 2023, where we can clearly see that Vinica is the hottest. And why do you focus your attention on that? Well, this is the closest to me city, so that means that Vinica is actually the most threatened by global warming. So also I decided to compare how the temperature changed in 10 years. And from that, we can see that it has increased by 2 degrees, which is really, really a lot, and really a great number, which scientists predict. So for that reason, I decided to investigate on what is happening to the climate. Essentially, if the level, it is because of the greenhouse gases, which get trapped into the atmosphere and heat up the whole Earth. I can't stop too much on the consequences of global warming. I believe most of you have heard of them. Those are like waves of daily heat, droughts, dust storms, fires, frequent showers, and so on. So I will focus attention on what can we do about it. Well, first of all, we have to spread this information to society. I have personally developed a booklet here. It is written in Ukrainian, but it is essentially written right here that Збережемо планету разом, which to English is translated like, let's save the planet together. And of course, I will actively engage in planting trees and sowing flowers. And furthermore, I'm ready to collaborate with others to achieve climate goals. Thank you so much for your attention. That is it for my project. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dasha. Thank you for sharing your work with us. And I really want to appreciate the leaflet that you did. It's a great work done.
Yes.
And
I'm sorry, my project, I have a little problem because I can't stop sharing.
Maybe we can do it for you as well if it doesn't work.
I have a little internet problems. I just can't do that, please. If it's possible.
Yeah, no worries. Just Dana and Bara, please, if you could put down the slides. And meanwhile, I would like to invite everybody to comment and ask questions in a chat. And also Dasha was saying that she wants to cooperate. So if anyone is interested in a cooperation, perhaps you can add some ideas on cooperation or some invites. And I would like to ask Martin to give some comments or questions to Dasha.
Good afternoon, Dasha. Thank you for very nice presentation and very nice data. So your findings, documents or evidence the effect of the climate change on loss of the coloration in the leaves, and very clear documents the effect of the increasing global warming or increased temperature effects on maturation of the leaves. So my question, you told about the changing of the coloration of the leaves from the green to red one and so on. Do you know some other hypothesis why the leaves have the red or pink colors? Did you hear about other hypothesis?
I'm not specifically sure. Well, I believe it all is because there is a pigment which will colorate the leaf because the chlorophyll has stopped producing so much because of photosynthesis. So that is the theory I am acquired with, and I'm not sure if there's any others.
Yeah, I mean that anthocyanins, the pink colors of the leaves, are synthesized de novo. That means during the autumn, the leaves synthesize this color, this anthocyanins, as a photoprotective. The function of photoprotective means for the leaves. That means that the tree is protect against photo oxidation, for example. So now we have several hypotheses why tree do this production of the anthocyanins. So maybe in the future you can also look for this very interesting topic and very interesting issue. But once again, thank you very much for very nice research, and wish you all the best in your future work.
Thank you so much. I will certainly investigate that. Thank you so much for your comment.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Martin, for these interesting comments, for this interesting information. And Dasha, all the best to you for your in your commitment to saving planet and sharing the information about global warming to others. So keep it up, keep the great work that you do. And now our next contribution will be a video, or actually a song, that was sent by Goce Delcev Secondary School, Valandovo. And the main singer of this contribution is Ivana Kokolanska, who will also say us a few words after the video ends. So enjoy it. That was a beautiful song, I believe, a beautiful voice, and lots to see in the video. Ivana, please, if you could tell us a few words about it. Hello.
Greetings to you from North Macedonia. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, yes, we can hear you well.
Great, thank you. It's with great pleasure that I stand before you today as a representative of the GLOBE team from the secondary school Goce Delcev from Valandovo. My name is Ivan. I'm honored to share our work with you. The Prayer of the Tree is a heartful song written by my classmate Sanya and sung by me, dedicated to the beauty and importance of nature. At the heart of this song is a prayer of an old tree shedding tears for its endangered life. It begs the question, to whom can it turn for salvation? As the song unfolds, we see the interconnectedness of all living beings. The little bird hopping from branch to branch reminds us to cherish every breath of fresh air and to safeguard our shared environment. Through poignant lyrics and stirring melodies, the song implores us to listen to the cries of nature. It urges us to protect our mountains, rivers, and oceans, the very lifeblood of our planet. By nurturing the earth, we safeguard not only our own health, but also the legacy we leave for future generations. As the song comes to a close, we invite you to join us in taking action. Let us pledge to be stewards of the environment, to tread lightly on the earth, and to ensure a sustainable future for all. The results will validate our hard work, dedication, and talent, affirming our role in a GLOBE program and environmental conservation. It will amplify our message, inspire others, and drive action for our planet's protection. I want to extend our gratitude for your time and attention, and we hope that our efforts have been both informative and enjoyable for you. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Prayer of the Tree, and may its message resonate in our hearts and inspire us to protect the gift of nature. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ivana. Thank you. And Dorian, would you like to add a few words?
Certainly. I had thought that this was a maybe a traditional song in your country, and to hear that this was an original song that you wrote, wow, that is even more moving, Ivana, that your team wrote. Really, really moving. It was very, very powerful. And the way that you would go and show some of the protocols that were being used to then study the things you were singing about in the song, just really, really moving. I feel like sometimes we forget how important it is to bring art and the creative arts into our storytelling to reach people, and to have that also help to push the message that we all are in this together, and that we all do have small actions like picking up the trash and treading lightly that we can take. So just thank you you and your team very, very much. And I really like how you chose to communicate your findings to the rest of us.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dorian, for highlighting how important culture and arts are in sharing our findings, our results. And Ivana, I'm sure the song touched and inspired people here at the meeting, and it will keep inspiring people who hear it in the future. So all the best to you. And now we will play a game again. So Dana, floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we will continue in our game. So we have 3 more countries that we can visit. So please, we will see the first one. So you can put your guesses to the chat again. What do you think the country is? A beautiful town near the sea. So we see Croatia. Your tips are Croatia, your guesses? Yeah, it's Croatia. It probably wasn't so difficult. And yeah, Croatia is located in the south of our region. We look at the map, and we can go to the next country. So again, beautiful countryside, but also some destroyed parts. Yeah, here are guesses of Ukraine, and yeah, more guesses of Ukraine. Yes, it's Ukraine, and yeah, we see on the map Ukraine is on the east part, and we are very sorry that part of the country is destroyed now. And we can go to the third one. It's a special one. Yeah, we have some guesses. Not, yeah, Georgia. Any other? No. Georgia. So is it Georgia? Yes, it is Georgia. Such beautiful part. And it's really, really on the east part of the region. So let's see where Georgia is. So thank you so much that we can have a look to see more countries, and we see how beautiful region we have in our globe. So thank you for your guesses.
Thank you, Dana, and I hope that you all enjoyed the game. 7 countries from which our speakers come from. One is more beautiful than the other. I think all of them are just wonderful. And now, after the game, we will travel to Croatia. And I want to invite speakers from Mate Blažine Secondary School, Labin. Christiana, do we have you? Yes.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, hello.
I'll
share your presentation.
Hello, everyone. Once again, my name is Christiana Litzel, and I come from secondary school Mate Blažine Labin, which is based in Croatia. I'm honored to present you our project named Ozone Detector Do It Yourself. I developed this project alongside my colleagues Andrea Batelic, Gita Glucic, Erika Mileta, Nicoleta Milevoj, Patrick Vozila, and other members of our globe group. So we have 2 types of ozone in the atmosphere: stratospheric ozone, which is a good one, and tropospheric ozone, which is bad one because it's produced by human activity. Our research question was, is it possible to prepare an ozone detector in the school laboratory? 36 students participated in this project. All of them were divided into groups, and also each group got its own task. We used 3 globe protocols: GPS, atmospheric and meteorological data, and also some other devices, accessories, and chemicals. We prepared the ozone detector by these instructions, and also on the pictures you can see how it actually looked like. We also compared our detector with the commercial one. On this slide, we showed how we came to our results. We placed the indicator into shadow for 8 hours, and after each hour, we measured humidity. Then we compared our color with Schumann's number, which we incorporated into this graph. On the x-axis is Schumann's number, while on the y-axis is ozone quantity. Based on this, we determined the ozone concentration. We also repeated this measurement for 7 days. Results showed that there's no significant difference between our detector and the commercial one. We also measured ozone on 6 different locations in the area of Labin. And on the basis of Article 30, paragraphs 1 and 2, Croatia adopted the regulation on ozone in the air. So we started with Vinaj. Here on the graph, you can see that PV exceeded only twice, and we think that it's the impact of the industrial zone which is nearby. Then Labin, here PV exceeded only once, and that's a good relief openness. In Rabat, PV exceeded often, and it's probably the consequence of a big number of pine trees that are in the area. In Russia, PV overstepped the boundary, and that's because of fog, high humidity, and poor air circulation that's mostly present in Russia. In Luka, we found the values ozone between PV and GV, and we think it's probably because of openness and poor relief, and also the work of power plants. In Sveta Katarina, PV exceeded only once, and that's also a good relief openness. So on this graph, we showed the comparison of all 6 measurements. And here we show the comparison of official results of Sveta Katarina and our results. In conclusion, we show that it's possible to create an ozone detector in school's laboratory. in the end, I would like to say that our main goal was to show to people that it's possible to make ozone detector in schools laboratory, but also to spread awareness among our students about our air quality and also the problem of global proportions. These were our sources, and thank you for your attention. I hope you liked it.
So very interesting research and a really engaging presentation. Thank you so much, Christiana.
Thank you very much.
And Vladimir, please, do you have any comments or questions for the team, for Christiana and her team?
Thank you for your presentation. I have a question about this Vinnish location. The first one, so you said it's like for this was measurement for one month, and it exceeded the first limit 2 times. And that's like you have this limit for year 25 times is like the maximum limit that the maximum time it can go over the limit, and then it's like the lower quality of air. Yes, so it's like if you look in all year, it's bad. It's like if every month you have twice times that limit is exceeded.
Yes,
Did I
as
catch that like correctly? Because you said that impact is negligible, but if it's not, if every month you have twice limit values, no?
No, I actually said that the industrial zone is located nearby. It's the city with, it's a place actually, a location out of our city, which has a really big industry zone. And we said that it's that's the impact actually of the reason why the PV exceeded twice.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry, but on slide it was like that the impact is negligible, so I didn't understand that part. Great. And when you started doing comparisons between these 2 methods, what was your expectation? Is like this is like around 10% difference. So you think that this is not like big enough difference for this instrument for your method to be bad? So what is like optimal value that you wanted to have in this type of correlation with official instrument?
Well, actually, we think that that's not a significant difference since we don't have that much resource in our school, since we are only a gymnasium, not a school that has a big laboratory. So we thought that if it was possible, it really showed that it's not that big difference as we expected it, because 10% difference for so less resources that we have, I think, and also my team think that it's very good.
Great. And I didn't, can you just clarify to me, these measurements, these numbers that you put on the graph was from this instrument or from your method of measurements?
From my method. So we made a graph of all 6 measurements that were based on our method, me and my team's method, and we also made a graph of Sveta Katarina, which compared our method with the commercial one.
Okay, sorry, maybe I wasn't clear. I was thinking about these 6 locations, the measurements the values that are on the graph are from which type of instrument?
Our instrument.
Okay, great. Then I just for the next time it will be good maybe to add also official ones so that we can compare like values. But in general, thank you for presentations. It was very interesting.
Thank you.
So these were comments and questions from Vladimir and Christiana. I can see that you really have a deep knowledge of everything related with your research. So thanks for answering all these questions, giving us more details about your research. We really appreciate it, and I wish you good luck for your next work and look forward to hearing about it at some next conference.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Well, so now we visited Croatia, and with our next contribution, with our next presentation, we will move to Georgia. And I would like to invite Gelati Public School from Tkibuli Municipality. And we have Barbara, the student, with us.
Hello, can you see my presentation?
Yes, yes, please give
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's start. Probishtip takes care of green friends. Greetings from Georgia. First, I want to show myself. I am Barbara Bibilashvili, a student of the 11th grade, Village Gelati Public School, Tkibuli Municipality, and member of the Young Girls Researchers Club Evrika. We present to you penological observation activities carried out by our Club Globetrotting project. I want to say you every activities we are planning and after implemented for the Globetrotting project in our club, selection of the object of penological observation, fixing their location, creations of the monitoring group for fixing green leaves on the plant, providing daily photo shoots, recording daily temperature, relating for observation results to the abiotic factors affecting the plant temperature, production of the observation daily, and one of the important presentation of project result. For the penological observation carried out in the Globetrotting project, we select the Kolkhuri oaks relative endemic plants of Georgia. Hartwig or Kolkhuri oak is a representative of the Sertoli period. It flourished in the period before the Ice Age, average 10-12 million years ago. And Hartwig oak can be found today only in the plains of Western Georgia, and it also differs from other oak species in the structure of its leaves. Hartwig oak is included in the red list of Georgia, and it's one of the important information about this tree. In photo, you can show Hartwig oak scientific classification. In Globetrotting project, we counted penological observation for September 1, 2022 to December 31, 2023. The project of the observation was the endemic of Georgia, the Kolkhuri oak, two spoots. One of the is located in the schoolyard, and the other average 1,000 meters away forests of the forest and the river. Work assignments for students compare the data from the two locations and found of the difference between the vegetation patterns. And photo you can show penological observation period and result leaf color condition. One of the important part of our project is when we recorded to the weather and the temperature daily, and we are interested in the effect of the abiotic factors on the plant, counting how many warm days we had during the observation period. Students presented the result of the observation in the tablets and the diagrams, and average mostly indicators of ambient air temperature and air humidity. A comparison of the two locations shows that oaks grew closer to the reserve, had a later definition, and retired leaves greens longer and had dark green leaves. In the photo, you can show student of the class 16 these information posters of the project. And conclusion, due to global warming, the climate is warmer than before, so the green leaf stage of plants is longer. During the implementation of the Globetrotting project, the club members were able to observe the organic processes in nature, development of researcher skills, teamwork, delicate of the sticks, and quality performance, learning independently, development or cooperation skills, knowledge as sustainable development of the environment, and one of the important skills, training of civic responsibility. Thank you for your attention. Okay, so.
Thank you very much, Barbara, for your really beautiful and interesting presentation. I really enjoyed learning about the endemic oak species and also about what all the members of your club did learn during the research. So thanks a lot for that.
Yeah. Thank you.
I will give word to Dorian.
Thank you so much, Barbara. As I'm sure you and your team had anticipated, your presentation and the animations were ever so much fun. Wow, I was watching them thinking I need to do that more often in my presentations. It just kind of adds some joy. So really nice work. I think that it is so important to have these first person observations that are being made to better understand phenology. And I like it that you picked an oak, a tree that is native to Croatia and native to what you were, to Georgia, excuse me, and native in what you were, so that you could learn more about that. Were there any surprises for you in the research that your team did?
Our team worked about Kolkhuri oak, and we select information about this tree oak. And I said one oak is location is schoolyard, and we are look at tree every day. And after when we look some difference about last day, and we always writing this in our note. And when we show some difference, it was show when we look at the difference, when we was shocked, because every day was different leaves, color, condition, and it was one of the important information, because our school pupil are different in a different age, went different class. And when we showed other class and teachers, pupils, and it was different when we looked at other ones. And when we select information about this oak, and also read information about this oak in the book, social media, our selected information and find information always look like. And it is one of the important part in our project, and I'm so happy to like this.
Well, thank you very much. I'm always curious, as I'm learning more and looking more at trees and knowing which are native and which are not, and getting a feel for which are still going to be sustainable in various locations as our temperature warms. So very important research that you've done, and thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I add my thanks for this great presentation and for the comments. There are many comments also in the chat, so Barbara, please have a look there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And next contribution comes from Slovenia, from Domžale Secondary School, and it will be video. So enjoy the video, watch the video. And after that, we will hear Tjaša and Aya, the students from Domžale Secondary School, giving us some more comments. So I hope you had a good time watching the video. And now I would like to give floor to Tiasha and Aya.
Hi, hello.
Yeah, hello.
So we are Aya and Tiasha, and as you said, we are from secondary school of Domžale from Slovenia. We measure the river of Kamniška Bistrica near our school, and we measure now temperature, pH, alkalinity, and electric conductivity. We joined this project because we thought it was very interesting when our professor introduced it to us, and we wanted to research the waters near us and learn more about them. We also think it's important to monitor the quality of the river, to see what may impact it, how that impacts the river's bank and surroundings, and how we could maybe improve it, as Kamniška Bistrica is not known as the most clean river around. We believe that environmental awareness is important, and researching nature is a big part of it. This is one of our ways of doing our part for the planet that we live on. The data we collect also gives us opportunities for further research. We have also just written a research paper on the pH and alkalinity of Kamniška Bistrica, and it also gives us an opportunity to learn stuff we otherwise probably wouldn't. That is also why we decided to film this video. Through measuring for globe, we have learned many interesting protocols and wanted to put them all together in one video. But we have since started using different instruments, so that so we have learned other protocols. It was also a fun challenge to broaden our horizons and dabble in video editing.
Thank you. Thank you for these words. I'm glad that you also enjoyed what you did, enjoyed your measurements. And Martin, would you like to add some words?
Hello, good afternoon. Thanks for very nice video. You show it very nicely how to sample the water, how to measure the pH and other physical-chemical parameters. Maybe my very short questions is about the main conclusion, about the main results. Can you talk us about the quality of the water you measured? For example, when you compare this quality with the past, so how was the quality of the water, I don't know, a few years ago compared to current situation? Do you have idea about the changing of the quality?
So we have only been measuring it for about a year, so we don't have that much data for the past. But from the data others have collected, we know that it has improved since there was a cleaning machine, since the cleaning machine was installed. However, it has been recently in the summer there were big floods and the river bank has been pretty destroyed since then. The river is also way more dirty. There is a lot of biomass in it, trash and other stuff. Our conclusions are that, well, we have figured out that the river is very basic. In the pH, it's around 8 or even higher. And it's also quite, the alkalinity is quite high.
Okay, thank you very much. The last one, you mentioned that you took altogether 3 samples, or you repeated 3 times. So I understood that you took the water from the same place, or did you choose for the different places?
So we took 3 measurements of the same place, and then other students in the GLOBE program at our school do different places, and then we share the data, and so we have a more broad.
Okay. It's very important because you have some variability of the parameters. Thank you very much, and wish you all the best in your future work. Very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tiasha and Aya, and thank you, Martin, and to you and to your team, to your research. I wish all the best, and I hope to hear from you in the future again.
Thank you.
And now we are coming to our last presentation. We will hear one more presentation, and after that we will be having an awarding ceremony. So please stay with us. We still have some minutes of the meeting to go. But now for the last presentation, we will visit Ireland and we will hear from Castletroy College. And I can hear them already. And I believe with us, David.
Yeah.
Just say
we're sharing our screen. Yeah, we're going to share our screen now.
Yes, please go ahead. Thank you so much for that.
Right. Can you see our screen?
Yes, it's all good.
Yes.
Okay.
And here in Castletroy College, we are excited to share our air quality story with you all. We are part of the Green Schools Committee and are working on the transport flag. We are based in Limerick, suburb of Castletroy. We monitored the air quality in our school. We measured the NO2 levels in our school environment. We put up 2 test tubes on the 26th of September, one in a quiet courtyard area and the other near a busy road. We took down the 2 test tubes on the 24th of October and sent them to a laboratory in London to be analysed. Thank you to Richie, our caretaker, who helped us. We made a clean air map which helped us visualise our school setting and got us thinking about traffic, air pollution and active transport. We identified heavy traffic zones around our school to see where our main air pollution zones are. We carried out a traffic survey twice per week for 5-minute intervals, recorded and graphed the data. We carried out a weather survey and cloud observation and recorded the data in a table. We learned that wind, sun and rain all have a big effect on the air pollution, mainly producing smog, changing air pollution direction and forming acid rain. We analysed our results and we got an average of 28 cars passing our school every 5 minutes. The most common cloud type was alto stratus. The main wind was going north mainly. We noted that when there were more clouds, the wind speed was faster. We calculate an average of 1 idling car per day. Our NO2 levels are in the blue and green zones, which means we have a low to medium NO2 level in our school. Our test tube is in a busy traffic zone, read 15 NO2 micrograms per meter cubed, and our test tube located in the inner courtyard read 8.83 NO2 levels.
Our NO2 levels were what we expected. We made a hypothesis that the NO2 levels in the traffic zone would be higher than the NO2 levels in the inner courtyard away from the traffic. Our results were higher than the recommended WHO value of less than 10. Our results were lower than the recommended EU value of less than 40. I'm delighted to say that Castletroy College NO2 levels are much lower than this. We also compared our air quality results with 160 schools involved in the air quality experiment. Unfortunately, our first test tube was well above the average and our second test tube was little above the average. We made a very interesting finding after receiving lots of great data from Mr. Simon Jennings from the air quality section of the Limerick County Council. We discovered that the NO2 levels during COVID decreased hugely overnight. On the 27th of March 2020, the NO2 levels fell from max reading of 40 to 5 micrograms per meter cubed. You can see a huge decrease in NO2 levels quite clearly from the graph. It would be great if we could achieve this drop in NO2 levels permanently, but this is not a realistic goal as we always have cars on the road. Our school won the Best Clean Air Action Plan in Globe Ireland and received a fantastic banner for our school.
We made a post on Air Quality Report 2022 EPA and displayed them on our Green Schools notice board. During Climate Action Week, we calculated our carbon footprints. We made a PowerPoint presentation on our air quality story and shared it with the science and geography departments. We gave out treat bags to all cyclists to encourage pupils to cycle to school and celebrate our newly installed covered bike rack. We promoted Clean Air Week via our school intercom, Twitter, email, and Green Schools notice board. We gave out stickers to encourage pupils to carpool, take public transport, and cycle to school, scoot, or walk. We set up a science-based book club to encourage pupils to read books on climate change and nature. We ran a climate cafe during Science Week to show pupils the importance of nature and how planting more trees can improve air pollution. We ran an air pollution poster competition and we received approximately 2,050 entries. We made a collage of the best posters and displayed them on the Green Schools notice board. We contacted the Air Quality Department in Limerick County Council, and we got lots of data about the 15 air quality projects in the Limerick area. We will compare our results with these. We researched clean air initiatives, sent it to all students in our school. We carried out a survey on usage of solar panels and electric cars in our school community. We hope to plant lots of trees and plants in the spring. We will ask the Limerick County Council and Woodies for any leftover plants. We will write to the Minister of Transportation to see if there's any nearby, if they will grant a bus for nearby housing estates, so it will reduce the amount of cars on the roads. All our actions plan initiatives correspond with the global goals for sustainable development. Thank you.
Well done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. You want to add something, or do you want to?
That's it. We're done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's amazing work done. And also wonderful work sharing your with the local community and raising awareness. We hear a lot of maybe other questions. If you could always switch off the speaker. Yeah. Because for now, I would like to give floor to Vladimir, who I believe would like to give some comments or questions to your research.
Thank you for your presentation. It was also very interesting presentation. You had lots of activities included, and you have some great plans for the future. I really like that. I'm just wondering, can you talk a little bit about the position of these tubes? You didn't put this on the map, so it was little bit hard to follow. So the both tubes are near the school, or
We put both the tubes a good bit off the ground so nobody can touch them, and we have both on school grounds, one in front of a busy road and the other one in a quiet courtyard around plants.
So near the school, yeah. Yeah, okay. This is like one advice for the future, to put these things on the map, and it's hard to follow. You also like did lots of measurement, and for example, you put the information about wind direction, and we don't know, is this wind direction, it's not useful for us because we don't know the position relative to the tubes, so we don't know in which part you are measuring wind direction and where is the roundabout and so on. Yeah, so it's lots of data, but we are missing visual representation. Yeah, little bit more graphs. I saw that you put lots of pictures, photos of the data that you collected, but it's a little bit hard to follow like this. And did you manage to get the county council representative to visit your school at the end?
Yeah, we did. We had him over and we discussed plans with him. Yeah.
So he agreed for your plans for the future to help you.
Yeah, we're planning to have him over again soon, when we had him back in the past. We're currently emailing him a lot as well.
Great. And for your biodiversity garden location, it's also near these stations where near the roundabout or near the school?
It's near our school. We had the tubes in our school.
Okay. So,
on the school grounds,
no, I was wondering, did you plan to put these new plants near the worst location, near the roundabout, to make the air better as you said, or near the second location? So or can you talk a little bit more about this garden? You didn't put it on the slide, so I don't know nothing.
We have
How
a
it
garden
looks.
in the center of our school. We have a garden in the center of our school where we have plants. It's a quite closed area, and we are planning to put plants in the front of the school. We have an open greenway there. We are planning to plant more trees there to make it more green, to improve the air pollution there.
Great. That's all I wanted to know. Thank you very much, and I wish you success in your future involvement in this topic. Thank you.
Thank you, Vladimir, for your comment.
Thanks. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, and thank you too. And best luck for your next work. And you said you write to the Minister of Transportation, so good luck in this communication and in changing things in big around you.
Thanks a lot. We all thank you.
Thank you too. And so that was the last presentation of today, and we are coming to the end of the session, but please stay connected because now we have one more important thing to share with you. And for that, I will give a word to Bara.
Thank you, Lenka. And those who were with us yesterday already, they know what is about to come now. So we are coming to the highlight of our conference. You know that we said that there will be some prizes connected to the best submissions, to the best projects. And you might be also aware that we have 6 awarding categories. So now, today, in this secondary school age group we are in now, we will be awarding 5 categories. We'll be giving awards in these 5 categories. One of those 6 will not be granted because we didn't really get any corresponding input. So those 5 awarding categories we are going now to announce. The winners for are scientific inquiry, climate action, community impact, video, and song. And I can see that we have already the slides, and you can guess who is the awarded team in the category of scientific inquiry. And it is, we go to Virovitica, the Petra Preradovića Gymnasium, Virovitica, Croatia. So congratulations.
Thank you.
You are granted this stipend, which allows you or should help you to attend the in-person conference in Czech Republic in 1.5 months. And we have the next category. And that category is a climate action. And who is the team or perhaps individual who will be awarded? And we go to Kovalivsky Lyceum, Ukraine. And the price is the same as we had before, the €400 stipend, which is connected to the attendance of the student conference in Czech Republic. Congratulations. And then we go to the category, which is called community impact, the project which was involving the community the most and had a strong impact. And we have seen many of them today, and it was difficult to select, but at the end, the selection was done, and we go to Ireland, Castletroy College. So congratulations. And because you said that you will not be able to attend the conference in Czech Republic in person, your prize is the Globe kit of materials. So we have a next category, and that is a song. So who can win this category? So the special award for the category of song goes to Goce Delcev Secondary School, Valandovo, North Macedonia. And again, the stipend, which if you decide to come to Prague, this stipend can be granted to you for this attendance of the student conference here in Czech Republic. And
thank you so much for your kind words. Thank you again for your appreciation and support.
Congratulations. Yeah. And we have the last category, and that's a video story. And we have seen several videos today. And the award goes to Murska Sobota Secondary School, Slovenia. And again, there is the offer that if you decide to attend the conference in Czech Republic, you can be granted a stipend for your attendance.
Thank you.
So congratulations to all of you. We will contact you shortly after the meeting with all the details. You will learn how we will go about all these prizes. And I want to say that congratulations to all the teams. And I will give the floor back to Dana. To Lenka, sorry.
But yeah. So yeah, we are a few minutes past the time. So thank you all so much for staying with us until the very last moment. We are getting to an end of our meeting today. And thank you all for joining, for listening, for your comments, questions, for being here. I believe it was very inspiring for all of us to hear the presentation and see the videos. I want to thank especially to our experts and scientists, Dorian, Martin, and Vladimir, for their wonderful questions and comments. And of course, first of all, I want to thank to our student speakers who shared their findings with us, and all the presentations and videos were just excellent. So thank you so much for that. And the recording of this conference will be available. We will share it with you by email, and it will be also soon available on the Globe website, so you can find it there. And with that said, I would like to thank you all once again and wish you a good day. And yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.